5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to the search for the next Wesley Salt tournament. Ready na po ang players at tayo na-late lang ng konti. But the players are ready, so we'll ask the players to start na. Okay players, when you're ready, you may start the game. Clock is missing sa page number 5. Wait. Ay. Mali ang seating arrangement. Sorry. Ano na muna, konting ano na muna ha. Pause muna please lahat. Basher Buto, tama no? Yan, tama. Ito, mali. Number 3. Number 5, yan. Number 5 yan. At ang number 3 yun. Number 4, position tama. Number 6, tama. So ang 3 at ang 5 ang ano, kaya pwede ba i-start na lang natin yung 3 and 5 ha? I-start yung 3 and 5 ha? Wait lang ha. No? So, Bacojo is white, Concio, Nava, Quizon. Tama. Okay, so wait lang. So, yeah, start here. Okay, you may restart. Okay. So, may konting ano lang. Okay na naman. Tama, Uh-oh. Concio. Five, 6 tama pala. Quizon. Di ba naman Quizon na? 3. Saan ba? 3 ito. 3. Ito yung 3, 4, 6. Wait. Quizon. Nava. Ito yung position niya. Position ng Concio Bacojo. Ano mo? 1, 2. 1. Bearing dyan. Wait lang ha. Baka maano ko lang yung pangalan. Pause mo muna 3 and 5 ha. Hindi. Kayo, okay na kayo. 3 and 5 lang, 3 and 5 lang. Kayo dalawa lang ha.
Hindi na palitan yung
Dito na sila ngayon. But Quizon Nava is already correct. Concio Bacojo is also correct, no? So Jerlyn Mason Laylo and Tabla na? Tabla na? Jan Emmanuel Garcia is correct. Correct. Sige, okay na. Okay, good. Okay guys, so there was a little technical problem. Nag-mismatch yung mga boards, which we already fixed. So Grandmaster Darwin Laylo and Grandmaster Joey Antonio agreed to an early draw at 19 moves lang on an equal position. So other than that, all the games are in full swing. We have Daniel Quizon, I am Nava playing against Daniel Quizon. Kylen Joy Mordido playing against Jan Emmanuel Garcia. Jay Bacojo playing against FM Concio. So other than that, all the games are in full swing, and we have Daniel Quizon, Joel Pimentel playing against John Paul Gomez, and Jerlyn San Diego playing against Basher Garcia. Jay Bacojo playing against FM Concio. Other than that, all the games are in full swing, and Daniel Quizon, Joel Pimentel playing against John Paul Gomez, and Jerlyn San Diego playing against Basher Garcia. Jay Bacojo playing against FM Concio. Okay. So I'll just inform our guys that we are ready to go. Before I go, I have to add I'll just inform our guys that we are ready to go. before I go, I have to add some things, just for our guys that we are ready to go. Before I go, I have to Okay, so we are underway. This is the sixth round, guys. Playing on board 1, which is at the bottom of the screen right now. We have Jerlyn San Diego playing white against Basher Buto as black. On board 2, we have International Master Joel Pimentel Jr. going up against Grandmaster Jay Bacojo. On board 3, we have Jay Bacojo as white, playing Michael Concio. On board 4, we have Kylen Joy Mordido as white, playing against International Master Jan Emmanuel Garcia. And on board 5, we have Darwin San Diego playing Darwin Nava, playing against Basher Buto. FM Daniel Quizon. On board 2, we have International Master So let me know, guys, if there's anything wrong with the stream, so I can have something. Grandmaster Jay Bacojo. On board 3, we have Jay Bacojo as white, playing okay, so it's time to inform our Facebook friends also. White playing against International Master Jan Emmanuel Garcia. On board 5, we have Nava playing against FM Daniel. Day 2 of the. So let me know, guys, if there's anything wrong with the stream, so I can have something. Okay, so it's time to inform our Facebook friends also. day 2 of the So I hope you all have a good Sunday. You're all relaxed and enjoying your rest day. And what better way to relax than to look at this unique tournament, the first ever in the Philippines. A tournament where 6 digitive words are being used to broadcast the moves of our masters over the internet through YouTube and through Facebook. So I'm gonna post on Facebook also. All relaxed and enjoying your rest day. And what better way to relax than to look at this unique tournament, the first ever in the Philippines. A tournament where 6 digitive words are being used to broadcast the moves of our masters. So now I'm live on both YouTube and Facebook. Post on Facebook also. All relaxed, enjoying your rest day. Itong YouTube na nalagay ko dito. What better way to relax than to para Facebook ako dito. First ever in the Philippines. A tournament where 6 words are being used to broadcast. Okay, nalagay ko dito. So now I'm live. So let me know guys if there's anything wrong with the stream, ha? Oh dear. The audio. Hello? Hello? Test? Okay. Are we okay? Are we good? Okay. So nakikita natin sa board 1 natin, it's so So makikita natin sa ating video on top, we have I Am Nava playing against Daniel Quizon. Si Grandmaster Antonio po, tinabla na po nila yung laro nila ni Darwin Laylo. And also Jan Emmanuel Garcia against Kylen Joy Mordido. And on board 1, we have Jerlyn San Diego against the 8-year-old Basher Buto. And on board 2, we have I am Joel Pimentel going up against Grandmaster and still perfect in the tournament, John Paul Gomez. So tignan natin yung mga opening nila, starting with the game on board 1. So once again we see this French defense. So I didn't know that the French defense was is very popular among the young players, no? It seems that the young players are playing it a lot. Hindi ko alam bakit, maybe because their coach like it. So alam naman natin lahat that all The 5 young stars are all coached by Roel Abelgas, except for Basher Buto, who's coached by I don't know. But anyway, so we see the French defense. That's the position now. And according to our friend Stockfish, is just slightly better for white. So dito naman tayo sa kay Joel Pimentel versus John Paul Gomez. So, Joel Pimentel started with knight f3, knight f6, and we have what a sort of Benko formation, which topsy-turvy already at the start, no? So, sharp play by both players. And that position is assessed by our equal position na lang. Equal pa lang. Okay. That's it. And for our third board, we have Jay Bacojo playing e4 against Michael Concio Jr. So French defense na naman si Michael Concio. So Dasmariñas players like to play the French defense. Defense was a defense that I didn't understand when I was starting out as a player. So in this, black will typically castle queenside, because if he castles kingside and there's no knight here, it's asking for trouble. Or he'll just stay in the center. Anyway, the pawns in the center are closed, so it makes a natural fortification. So yun po yung laro ni Michael Concio versus Jay Bacojo. We go to the next game. Yan. Ang next game natin si kay Jan Emmanuel Garcia. So the next game that we have is Kylen Joy Mordido playing white against international master Jan Emmanuel Garcia. So Kylen Joy Mordido started at C4, and we have a King's Indian structure. It's what we call F3. This structure is what we call the Samish variation. And that's where we are right now. So it's a sharp play. This king only has the option of casting inside or staying in the center. So yan po. And then the next game that we will feature our game 5 game. Our game 5 game is I am Roderick Nava versus FM Daniel Quizon. So D4, knight F6, C4, G6, another King's Indian structure. This time Nava played H3, prophylactic move to prevent bishop G4 when he plays knight C3, or just to, so this bishop actually has either this square, only that square, because this was taken away already with the move knight H3, with the move H3. So black's aim is to push this, and white's aim is to push. Black's aim is to push B5, while white's aim is to push E5 and break through in the center. So nauna yung push ng puti. So that's the position that we have right now, and Stockfish evaluates the position as better for white. A bit better. Better for white. Finally, we look at the draw between Grandmaster Antonio and Grandmaster Laylo. Ah? Okay. So In Antonio's game, e4, e5, we have what we call the Petrov defense or the Russian defense. Knight e5. Oh, by the way, last night, Sergey Karyakin won a very, very convincing and beautiful game against Caruana, and in so doing, placed himself made himself co-leader of the tournament at +2 together with Caruana. So Sergey Karyakin at one point shared the cellar with Wesley at -2, and then he rattled out 4 wins after going down -2, and one of the wins was against the tournament leader. So instead of +3, si Caruana ay nag +2 na lang din. So now they're tied. It's exactly the same situation as the candidates tournament 2 years ago, where Karyakin and Caruana were also tied for the lead going to the last round, no? But in this case, hindi pa naman last round. There's still 3 rounds left. 12, 13, 14. Or 2 games na lang. 2 rounds left. Penultimate na pala. So balik na naman. But anyway, Sergey Karyakin played the Petrov defense also as white in that game. But in this case, in the game against Caruana, Karyakin played knight c3, you know, and Caruana captured, no? So it was a beautiful game. Karyakin sacrificed the exchange, but in this variation, the queens come off very early. Symmetrical pawn structure. Almost symmetrical everything in that case, no? Sabi ni my friend who's in the commentators room, one of the players, the player playing black pala in that game, said there are really a lot of draws in the Petrov defense, no? So, if both players just want to play solidly without taking risk, it can lead to early draw. So that's what happened. Alright, so we have those are the games, those are the openings so far. Aga po pala mag-start. Watching from Mati City, Davao. Oh, Roberto Memory Man Lakasa, good luck sa anak mo sa age group, ha? Laro pala ng anak mo dyan. Well, anyway, good luck po, and hope your daughter can also come and play here in our search for the next Wesley tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, hindi po ito one tournament lang. This will be a series of tournaments that will be played, bankrolled by our beloved NCFP President and Chairman, Mr. Congressman Prospero Pichay, and the Pichay Initiative. Yan po ang nag-sponsor sa atin, no? For the prizes. Total of 50,000 pesos prize fund is being put up by the Pichay Initiative to motivate the players to do their best and to play their best game. So, ito po, walang registration po. Libre po ito lahat, no? All courtesy of our Chairman Pichay. His vision for this tournament is to hone the skills of our young players by pitting them up and playing them against our best players. So, yung initial 6 po were handpicked, but may qualification po tayo. Nangyari po yung qualification yesterday, and the qualifiers for the young ones, the young stars, are Chester Neil Reyes, who is really already a very, very strong player, known by all as a very strong player. And si Cyrus Francisco, also qualified. And a player from Naga. Sino yung qualifier natin sa Young Ones?
Tatlo.
Kunin mo nga.
Nasaan ka na?
Hindi ko maano eh. Kunin mo na lang ha. And for the Masters naman, yung last 3 ng first edition na to will be eliminated and will have to go to qualification and will be replaced by the 3 qualifiers natin. Yung qualifiers natin are Narking Den Reyes, si Arden Reyes at 3rd place. Si Chavez ng Philippine Army at si Master Nick Nisperos, the champion of the qualifying tournament. So tinalo po niya lahat, marami pong IM na sumali at marami ding mga FM na sumali, malalakas na players, 300 pro. At the end of the day, si Master Nick Nisperos po ang nag-emerge na champion. So congratulations to the qualifiers, no? Tingnan na lang natin, ang tanong na lang ay sino yung may eliminate sa mga young ones at sino yung may eliminate.
Chester Reyes.
So the
Max AB Taylor.
Max Taylor from Naga City. Unrated po ang nag-qualify pa. Unrated from Naga City. I remember, tinext lang niya ako, pinesbook lang niya ako sa sir, pwede po bang sumali sir? Taga Naga po ako sir, pwede bang baka malate ako, pwede po bang ma-reserve ako ng slot dyan? Sabi ko, walang reserve dito. You have to be the,
Pampasaya ata sir, qualifier din.
Qualifier din sa Paloma. Magaling din na from the province po, from the province. So kayong mga province dyan, from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, it's time for you to be discovered by playing here in our qualifying so you can play in the main stage, no?
Sa nag-aaral. PWD may depression.
So, like that player from Naga City, qualifier lang, unrated pa. Pero, nagpunta rito at surprisingly, he scored 5 points. In a very, very strong field, Puno ng 200, 200, saka 200 ng mga players yun. Sila Chito nga, hindi nga nag-qualify eh. There were others na malalakas na mga bata na sumali rin na hindi nag-qualify. Anyway, let's take a look at the games now, at the middle game. Starting with our board 1. Huwag na nga lang dito na nga lang ako. So let's take a look at the middle game of this game 1, board 1 game. So Jerlyn San Diego has the So, remember po, yung black player po, just turned 8 last January. The player he's playing against is a multi-titled player. She won 6 gold medals in the age group championship in Malaysia. So, nakikita nyo po yung evaluation ng computer dito, no? So, yung evaluation ng computer ay nakikita dito. 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 So that's our board 1. Then we go to our board 2. Wait lang for our analysis of board 2. Ito, magandang laban to. Oops. So our board 2 features I am Joel Pimentel and John Paul Gomez. So we already saw the opening, Binoni. Binoni ba tawag dito? Binoni ba tawag ng opening nito? Ha?
Benko.
Benko. Benko nga.
Benko Largo.
Benko Larsen Defense.
Benko.
But walang gambit ito, no?
Hindi pa kinain.
Hindi kinain. Benko gambit declined. So feature niya, very exposed. But yung bishop naman, ito, if he wants to attack the king side, hindi siya kakasel kasi may file na siya dyan eh. So chances are dito rin siya, eh dito naman ka-atakihin din siya. So that's why kayo na pong bahala kung anong gusto niyo dyan sa position na yan, kung puti ba o itim. But certainly double-edged. So white decided to castle and give up his H file for solidity of the king position. So yan po. And that's the position that we have right now. Sacrifice ng rook for nothing?
No. Like knight e5, sir.
Ano?
Knight e5, sir.
Dito knight e5.
Na g4 muna, sir.
G4.
Tapos knight e5.
Knight e5.
Knight takes. And then, sir.
So in this position, black to vacate the knight for the knight, no? But yan ang nangyari. So nakikita rin natin yung evaluation ng computer dyan on this position. Board 3 is another very complex game. French defense, nakita na natin ang opening na yan, ano? Kanina. Double edge. Black king stays in the center. So, and that's the evaluation of the computer. So, in this game, wala pa pong pyesa or pawns na natanggal. Okay, ano? And let's go to Kylen Joy. Ano? Doon naman. Kylen Joy Mordido versus Jan Emmanuel Garcia. So, in this position, in this game, nakita natin to, King's Indian, Samish. White is showing very aggressive intentions. Wait. Okay, sooner or later, black will open this. Probably doesn't want his king here. So, yan po yung position ng game ni Kylen Joy Mordido versus International Master Jan Emmanuel Garcia. And look at the games between two young stars. See. Ay, tapos na pala yung Concio makuha. Nakita pa natin. Yun yung position na wala pang kainan. So we'll take a look instead of the game between Nava and Daniel Quizon. Another King's Indian, but prophylactic si Nava, H3. So, nakikita natin 1 pawn up si Nava. So complicated po. I find it complicated. So yun po ang mga laro natin. Arbiter.
Kailan?
Yeah, it's time for me to call someone that asked for me to call him up. Oh, ikaw muna dito, Grandmaster. Explain lang yan.
Hindi ako marunong mag-gano'n eh.
Anong makikita mo dyan?
Hindi ko lang na, sir.
Hindi. Hindi mo, ano mo na kung dito sa board 6, board 5, board 1, tingin mo.
Wala ka pa naman, sir. Hello, good morning sa lahat. Ay, almost lunch na pala. Sa laro ni Bacojo and Concio, wala pa rin silang kainan as of now. And then, kay San Diego and Buto. French.
May result na tayo sa isang result na tayo sa ano?
Wala pa yata.
Hindi, itong si natalo si John Paul.
Yung ano siya rin sa kanila, nag-claim ng draw, tingnan ko na. Eh di niya naman ma-establish ko ano yung sabi niya, yung repetition.
Repetition? Sige, tingnan natin ha.
Hindi ba niya alam mo ano yun, yung i-repetition.
Responding. Not responding ang ano ko, live chess ko. Uy, paano to? So, patuloy pa naman ang record. Wag na lang, hindi ko maano eh.
Mamaya na lang. Saan ba sila?
Hindi, ito na lang. Concio ko ho.
Ito sila.
Oo nga, yan, that position once, twice, thrice.
Ay, hindi niya alam kung ano yung position na sinasabi niya eh.
Ha?
Hindi niya alam kung ano position. Sabi ko, anong position? Hindi niya alam kung
Ayan,
ano position.
triple nga.
Hindi. Establish na ano position.
Sige nga, okay na, triple repetition.
Hindi. Establish niya kung anong position. Hindi niya alam kung ano yung position sinasabi niya. Dapat sasabihin niya kung anong position, kung yan ang position o anong position. Dapat i-establish niya kung ano yun. Hindi ba naman sinasabi? Kailangan establish. Dapat itong position na to. Dapat sasabihin niya kung ano itong position.
Ikaw ang arbiter. Ano daw ang position? Dalawang position ng threefold eh.
3 times in position. Wala kayo nung kasi sir eh.
Problema ko, itong live chess nag-drop.
Yun lang.
Chris de Guzman. Sino leading? Ang leading po ay si Attorney, next Wesley So means playing for Olympiad? Hindi po ito selection ng Olympiad natin.
Next Wesley so lang.
Ano lang po ito, training tournaments for our young players and also for our grandmasters. But this does not in any way affect our selection process for the Olympiad. Because this is a rapid tournament, okay? And any selection to the Olympiad must involve classical chess. Long game chess. Okay. So, mga kaibigan, nandiyan na po ang ating may result na rin po tayo. Si Jan Paul Gomez, Grandmaster Jan Paul Gomez sa board 2 has resigned his game. Tingnan po natin yung laro niyan against Joel Pimentel. So, first loss po ito ng ating pace setter. It was perfect. Going into the 6th round, he still had 5 points, pero in this game po tinalo po siya ng ating Philippine Army IM Joel Pimentel. So tingnan po natin yung laban with the help of our friendly evaluator Stockfish. So once again, we had the Benko opening. Benko Gambit declined. A very sharp. So play actually the disaster actually happened in this diagonal, ano? So players, you have to be very careful about your moving pawns in front of your king. So with this move, queen here and bishop here, he actually reconfigured his attack by making the queen the spearhead, no? The spearhead of the attack. So, nakita nyo? At first, nauna yung bishop. Hindi masyadong effective yun. Dapat mauna yung queen, where it can really wreak havoc. So, after he reconfigured his diagonal battery, he opened the diagonal with g4. And in this position, Stockfish already evaluated the position as clearly better for white. In fact, winning already at +2. Grandmaster Gomez decided to sacrifice the exchange. And resigned in that position. So in this position after g4, the recommendation was just to play queen e7. And after capture, bishop c3. Ano yan? Para to clear out the 7th rank. To clear out the 7th rank.
watching
So we have the winner, the conqueror of John Paul Gomez. I am Joel Pimentel of the Philippine Army, former player of the national pool.
Yeah, go Army.
Go Army. So mga Army guys pala itong nasa likod natin.
Yeah, mga Army team. Pati si Chavez nakapasok.
pasok din sa next ano.
Army boys.
So congratulations, I am Pimentel, for bringing down the previously undefeated, previously perfect player, Grandmaster Gomez. So ano nang effect ng standings natin? Let's see. Let's update the standings.
Parang sa candidates na, nagkadikit-dikit din sila.
Nakadikit-dikit sila sa candidates. Yung leader natalo. Yung 2 leaders natalo eh. Mohamed Yarab also lost to Ding Liren, ha? So Ding Liren is tied for second place at +1. No loss and only 1 win, but good enough for +1 and a half point lead, half a point off the leaders. So it was a interesting day in the candidates last night. Unfortunately, I was too tired. I dozed off and learned about it only. So let's update po the standings, no? See, starting with the most important game, si Mas Pimentel. Pimentel against John Paul Gomez. So against number 8, 1 shot. And Gomez naman against number 10, 0. Let's also update Antonio and Laylo. So now there are 3 players at 4.5. So leading pa rin, despite the loss, leading pa rin si Gomez at 5 points. But there are already 3 players at 4.5. That's Grandmaster Joey Antonio, Grandmaster Darwin Laylo, and Grandmaster Joel Pimentel. So nakita natin.
Kunat-kunat ng sampung tabla niya, diba, Astrid?
So sa mga tao sa Facebook, kumusta kayo dyan? I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're watching this search for the next Wesley Saw. So tingnan natin tong sa game ni yung board 1 natin. Jerlyn San Diego has only seconds to play, while Basher Buto still has 3 minutes to play. Ano pa ba? Tignan natin yung laro ni laro ng ating board 1. So yan po yung evaluation ni Fritz sa ating board 1 game. Lamang na isang pawn si Jerlyn San Diego, and that pawn is a pass pawn, pass B pawn. Tingnan naman natin tong ano pa ba. So we're entering into blitz territory already, no? Both kay Kylen Joy Mordido naman against Garcia. Kylen Joy Mordido against Garcia. So makikita natin yung evaluation yan, ano? With only seconds to play, still anybody's game. So nood na lang po tayo. Medyo crucial na yung position ng Jay Bacojo versus Michael Concio. Hanggang ngayon ay wala pa rin kainan. So they built a Great Wall of China in the center. So walang kainan po sila doon. But this game between Kylen Joy Mordido and Emmanuel Garcia is really shaping up to be explosive, no? Because both players have only seconds to play. Both at 15 seconds. So it's all about whether Jan Emmanuel Garcia can actually do something. Holy. Ang ganda ng laban. Ano kaya ang evaluation dito? Mga Grandmaster, ano tong nangyayari kay Kylen Joy Mordido versus Emmanuel Garcia? Sinong lamang dito? Oh, ano yan? Namate. Sayang. So that's the conclusion of the game between Kylen Mordido and Jan Emmanuel Garcia. Ito namang laro ni Basher Buto versus Jerlyn San Diego versus Basher Buto ng game 1 on board 1. Lamang ng isang pawn, hindi na lamang ng pawn si lamang na isang piyesa si Jerlyn San Diego dito, unfortunately, no? With nothing in sight for Basher Buto to compensate for the loss of the piece. So the only game that's still being contested, hotly contested, is the game between Nava and Daniel Quizon. Of course, also the other game that wala pang kainan, si Jay Bacojo at si Michael Concio. Lamang na isang pawn si Nava sa board 5 po. But with opposite bishops on the board, it may still be difficult to convert the one pawn advantage. Both have only seconds to play. Nava has only 11 seconds while Quizon has 14 seconds. So nagtabla rin. tabla. Tabla rin ang tabla rin sila. Nanalo na si Jerlyn San Diego kay Basher Buto. So let's update our Jerlyn San Diego scored a point against number 9 Basher Buto. Quizon and Nava 0.5. Quizon and Nava 0.5. So ito po yung standings natin ngayon. Still leading despite his loss in this round to Joel Pimentel is Grandmaster John Paul Gomez at 5 points. But there are 3 players with only half a point behind. They are Grandmaster Rogelio Antonio at 4.5. He drew against Darwin Laylo today. So both of them are at 4.5. And Joel Pimentel, by beating John Paul Gomez, moves up to second place also at 4.5. So all 3 second placers are still undefeated, but they have 3 draws already. Let's go back. So isa na lang po ang laro dyan. Yung kay Bacojo na lang sa Concio ang still ongoing yung laro, ano? So both have only seconds to play, 30 seconds na lang. Both players. Ano man to ang board na diba na sulat ka 7 60, 61, 57, 58, 62, 59, diba?
57,
60,
59.
61, 57, 58 ang middle, 57, 58
Sumali dito gahapon gyapon kuya kay
62, 59 dili mo
57 gyapon.
Mo na sayo mo nagpabali sila 57 dire ha. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, only 1 game remaining in our 6th round match. In the 6th round, that's the game between So Jay Bacojo resigns. Completing our round 6. So once again, yung i-update natin yung ating so against number 7 Michael Concio, mark is 0, and against number 11 number 1. Oop, 1 lang. So that completes our play for this day. For this round pala, sorry, for this round lang. So guys, wait for the second round. Okay, dito lang muna tayo habang set up ko pa yung So we are updating the result.
Naartihan ba daw?
Hindi naartihan eh.
Naartihan.
Nasobra naman si
Ito panalo na.
Oo, lamang na.
Ito lang.
Kung habang oras, ayaw niya sumabog. Nihanap na magaling eh, no?
Okay, and that completes our round 6, ladies and gentlemen. Good round. So a lot of shake-ups.
Muntik pa mamate.
A lot of shake-ups po. But tingnan pa natin yung scorecard, yung toss table. So it's still John Paul Gomez leading the tournament at 5 points despite his loss. But already there are 3 players behind him. Antonio, Laylo, and Pimentel at 4.5 points. So next up is I Am Nava at 4 points. And Jan Emmanuel Garcia at 4 points. Quizon goes up to 3.5 and Concio goes up to 3. So there are still 5 rounds. It's still anybody's game. So watch out and wait for our second round, which will happen at 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock po tayo balik. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the first round 6 of our tournament. And I'll see you guys 1 o'clock.
No, break pa pala eh.
Kain naman tayo. Hindi na ako kain.
Ayos ka na.
Pag na-change week, pag ginaya sa E6, it takes E6, C6, D5, D5. Ang best nakita ko yun din. Gusto ko rin yung pagkakap. Hindi mo basa yung center na yun.
Talo.
Kinain naman yung B5. Dalawa chess, pwede kong pwede na. Ganda na.
Okay, so we are going to stop to save and conserve on. We're going to stop to conserve on our mobile data. So guys, see you at exactly 1 o'clock for the round 7 of this search for the next Wesley Saw tournament. Bye bye po.